Hello everyone. In this video we are going to solve one problem related to the sketching of the polar plot, and in this problem we are going to find out the gain margin and phase margin with the help of polar plot. So here the open loop transfer function g of s and h of s equal to 1 by s into 1 plus s and 1 plus 2s. Sketch the polar plot and determine the gain margin as well as the phase margin. In order to sketch the polar plot, first we have to substitute s equal to j omega in the given transfer function. After substituting s equal to j omega in the given transfer function, we are getting g of j omega, h of j omega equal to 1 by j omega, 1 plus j omega, 1 plus 2 j omega. So what are the corner frequencies for this one? The corner frequencies for this one is 1 by 1, and for this one is 1 by 2, that is 0.5. If you have the term 1 plus s tau, the corner frequency for this one is indicated with omega c, that is 1 by tau. 1 by tau. So similarly, in place of tau, we are having 1. Here in place of tau, here we are having 2. That's why 1 by 1, 1 by 2. So now we have to write the magnitude and phase of the given transfer function. Magnitude and phase of the given transfer function. The magnitude of this given transfer function is magnitude of g of j omega, h of j omega is 1 by omega square root of 1 plus omega square and 1 plus square root of 1 plus 2 omega whole square. And the phase of this given transfer function is written as 1 by omega means minus 90 degrees, and the phase of 1 by 1 plus j omega is minus tan inverse of imaginary part for this term is omega and the real part is 1, minus tan inverse of imaginary part for this one is 2 omega and the real part is 1. So first step is substitute s equal to j omega. After that, write the magnitude and the phase for the given transfer function. How to write the magnitude and phase already I discussed in the previous videos. So after writing the magnitude and phase, vary the omega value from 0 to infinity and try to sketch the polar plot. Between the magnitude and phase of the given transfer function. So here I am writing the magnitude of g of j omega and h of j omega is given by 1 by omega square root of 1 plus omega square plus square root of 1 plus 4 omega square, and the phase value of g of j omega is minus 90 minus tan inverse of omega minus tan inverse of 2 omega. So here I am varying the omega values. Initially I am taking the omega equal to 0.35. So when omega equal to 0.35, 1 by 0.35 square root of magnitude will become 1 by 0.35 square root of 1 plus 0.35 whole square root of 1 plus 4 into 0.35 whole square. That value is 2.2. Directly here I am writing the values, so you can calculate while doing the problem once again. Similarly, the phase of the value will become minus 90 degrees minus tan inverse of 0.35 minus tan inverse of 2 into 0.35, the value is minus 144. In the same way, I am taking 0.4, 0.45, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7 and 0.7. Here I am varying the omega value from 0.35 to 1. You can vary omega value from 0 to infinity. So here I am taking the different omega values. At each and every omega value I am writing the magnitude as well as the phase of the given transfer function. For example, if I take the omega equal to 0, then what is the magnitude? 1 by 0 into square root of 1 plus 0, square root of 1 plus 0. So 1 by 0 will become infinity. Similarly, if I substitute omega equal to 0 in the phase of this transfer function, minus 90 minus tan inverse of 0 minus tan inverse of 0, it will become minus 90. Minus 90 minus 0 is minus 90. If I take omega equal to infinity, 1 by infinity square root of 1 plus infinity square root of 1 plus infinity, that means 1 by infinity, this is 0, and the phase will become minus 90 minus tan inverse of infinity minus tan inverse of infinity. We know that tan inverse of infinity is minus 90 and tan inverse of infinity is minus 90. So minus 90 minus 90 minus 90, that will become minus 270. So I am varying the omega values, that means I am taking the different omega values, I am calculating, and I am calculating the magnitude and phase for each and every omega value. If I want to sketch the polar plot for this one, when omega equal to 0, the magnitude will become infinity and the phase is minus 90. When omega is infinity, the magnitude will become 0 and the phase is minus 270. So this is the general polar plot. In polar plot, in anti-clockwise direction, we are having the positive angles. Plus 90, plus 180, plus 270, plus 270. So here we are having minus 90 if you take the clockwise direction, and this will become minus 180, and similarly this will become minus 270. So here, when omega equal to 0, the phase is minus 90. When omega equal to 0, the phase is minus 90. And when omega equal to infinity, the phase is minus 270. Minus 270 means here. So if you sketch the polar plot just looks like this. It will start at minus 90. And I am not taking the exact values. It will end at minus 270. The magnitude will be changing for each and every omega value. Here the concentric circles represent the magnitude and these radial lines represents the phase. This is the polar plot for the given system. Now we have to find out the gain margin and phase margin of this polar plot. Actually, what is gain margin? Already I discussed in the previous videos. The gain margin is nothing but the reciprocal of the magnitude of the given transfer function. At omega equal to omega pc, where omega pc is the phase crossover frequency. How you will get phase crossover frequency? If you make the phase of the open loop transfer function equal to 180 degrees minus 180 degrees, then you will get the phase crossover frequency. Similarly, what is phase margin? Phase margin is nothing but 180 degrees plus the phase of the open loop transfer function at gain crossover frequency. Then what is gain crossover frequency? You will get the gain crossover frequency if you make the magnitude of the open loop transfer function equal to 1. Now we have to find out the gain margin and phase margin for this system. So the gain margin is 1 by modulus of g of j omega h of j omega at omega equal to omega pc. Omega pc is nothing but phase crossover frequency. You will get the phase crossover frequency only if you make the open loop transfer function angle equal to minus 180 degrees. So go back to the table. So here the open loop transfer function phase is minus 180 degrees. The open loop transfer function phase is minus 180 degrees when omega equal to 0.7. The open loop transfer function phase is minus 180 degrees when omega equal to 0.7. So that's why the omega 0.7 is also called as the omega GC. 0.7 is also called as the omega GC because where the open loop transfer function phase will become minus 180 degrees, that frequency is said to be the phase crossover frequency. So at phase crossover frequency, what is the magnitude? At phase crossover frequency, the magnitude is 0.7. This is the phase crossover frequency. So already we are calculated the magnitude and phase when the frequency is ranging from 0.35 to infinity. So here we come to know that when omega PC is 0.7. Why I am saying omega PC is 0.7 means at what point the open loop transfer function phase angle will become minus 180 degrees, that frequency is said to be omega PC. That's why here omega PC is 0.7. At omega PC already we calculated the magnitude. The magnitude is 0.7. Magnitude is also 0.7. So what is gain margin? The gain margin is nothing but 1 by modulus of, that means modulus of g of j omega, magnitude of g of j omega at omega PC. So magnitude of g of j omega at omega PC is 0.7. So the gain margin will become 1 by 0.7. 1 by 0.7, that will become 1.4286. Similarly, we have to calculate the phase margin. So how to calculate the phase margin? Phase margin is calculated at the gain crossover frequency. What is gain crossover frequency? Gain crossover frequency is nothing but if the magnitude will become 1. At which point at what frequency the magnitude will become 1, that frequency is said to be the gain crossover frequency. At what frequency the magnitude will become 1, that frequency is said to be the gain crossover frequency. So search the magnitude here. Here the magnitude is 2.2. Magnitude is 1.8, 1.5, 1.2, 0.9 and 0.7, 0.3, infinity 0. So here we are not getting the 1 value. Here we are not getting the magnitude 1. For example, here when omega equal to 0.6, magnitude is 0.9. When omega equal to 0.5, magnitude is 1.2. So in between 0.5 to 0.6 we may get the magnitude 1. If omega value is 0.5, magnitude is 1.2. If omega equal to 0.6, magnitude is 0.9. So gain crossover frequency is nothing but the frequency at which the magnitude is 1. So here we are not directly having the 1 magnitude. So let me choose one more omega value. For example, if omega is 0.6, for example, if omega is 0.58, omega is 0.58, calculate the magnitude and calculate the phase. If you get the magnitude at this point 1, then this frequency is said to be This frequency is said to be the gain crossover frequency. So at gain crossover frequency, what is the phase angle? So substitute omega equal to 0.1, 0.58. You may get the magnitude is 1. You may get the magnitude is 1. You may get the magnitude is 1, and phase angle approximately equal to minus 168 degrees. Minus 168 degrees. So where the magnitude will become 1, that frequency, at what frequency the magnitude will become 1, that frequency is called as gain crossover frequency. So at gain crossover frequency, what is the phase angle? Minus 168 degrees. So the phase margin is nothing but 180 degrees plus what is the angle we are getting at gain crossover frequency, that is minus 168. So 180 degrees minus 168 degrees, 180 minus 168 degrees, that is equal to the 12 degrees. Hope you understood. Phase margin is calculated at the gain crossover frequency. What is gain crossover frequency? At what point the magnitude will become 1. At what frequency the magnitude will become 1, that frequency is called as the gain crossover frequency. So at gain crossover frequency, if you get the angle of g of j omega is minus 168, then you will add 180 to the minus 168, then you will get the phase margin. Similarly, gain margin is nothing but 1 by 0.7, that is nothing but 1.4286. So thank you everyone. Hope you get some knowledge about how to sketch the polar plot, and with the help of this table, how to calculate the gain margin and phase margin. So here both the gain margin and phase margin are positive values, because gain margin is 1.4286, and the phase margin is 12 degrees. So here the system is stable. So once again, thank you everyone.